Has the call begun with Prime Minister Trudeau?
Last I checked, yes, the call was underway at 3:00 p.m. with the Prime Minister of Canada. And as promised, President Trump is delivering on his promises to the American people to put them first. And I would just like to take a step back today, Martha. The previous president, Joe Biden, allowed an unprecedented surge of illegal deadly drugs and illegal immigrants into the interior of our country that has cost American lives. And within 2 weeks, President Trump has the Mexican president caved this morning, agreed to surge 10,000 troops to our southern border to protect our homeland with a 1-month delay on those tariffs. So we will see what comes out of the call between President Trump and the Canadian Prime Minister. But President Trump is sending a very strong message to the rest of the world, including our North American allies, Canada and Mexico, that the United States is no longer going to be a dumping ground for illegal deadly drugs and illegal immigrants.
So do you think it's likely, given what the president said in the Oval Office, Karoline, that these tariffs will not get a 1-month delay from Canada, that they will go into effect short of any kind of arrangement on, he mentioned cars and fentanyl and farming and banking? Could that be dealt with in this phone call right now here at 3:00?
Well, we'll have to see if Prime Minister Trudeau is willing to do what's right, not just for the American people, but also for the Canadian people, as these tariffs will cause immense pain and suffering to his people in Canada, but they'll be good, again, for the American people, because President Trump has made it very clear that he expects leaders around the world to not only cooperate with the repatriation of their nation's citizens, but also no longer just view the United States as a place where illegal deadly fentanyl and illegal immigrants can surge our country's territorial borders.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to reverse, and it's pretty clear that President Trump is very determined to make that happen quickly. However, Chuck Schumer is a little bit worried about his Super Bowl party, Karoline. Let's watch this.
Let's just take Super Bowl Sunday, okay? It's going to affect beer, okay? Most of it, Corona here, comes from Mexico. It's going to affect your guac, because what is guacamole made of? Avocados, both from Mexico. If you have pizza, it's going to affect the cost of cheese.
He doesn't want any pain at his Super Bowl party, Karoline. What do you have to say about that very interesting show and tell?
Well, this just proves that the Democrat Party is still incredibly out of touch with the American people, because while Chuck Schumer is whining about the cost of a pint of beer, President Trump is talking about saving American lives. And I would say to Chuck Schumer, what would you give? What price would you pay if your child was killed at the hands of an illegal immigrant who should have never made their way into this country in the first place? Or if your child died at the hands of illegal Chinese fentanyl that was trafficked through both our southern and northern borders? There are thousands of parents across this country who have felt that loss. There is no price that can bring their child back. And that's what President Trump is doing with these tariffs. He's making it very clear that he is going to put the American people's interests first, and he is going to protect our homeland. And Democrats can either get on board with that, or they can continue to lose elections as they did on November 5th.
It seems like a good opportunity for Bud Light to make a comeback.